How are you going, guys? Hayden from Results Fitness Evolution here in my kitchen in the lab to give you a little bit of basic nutrition information. It is the lab because this is where six-pack abs are made, not in the gym. And I'm going to go through just some basics for those of you who either need a bit of a rev up, or you're doing the Spring Transformation Challenge and you really want to get these fundamentals sorted. So let's kick off. In case you're wondering what that yummy dish is, that's going to be my lunch, and I'm going to come back to it in a second. Okay, so your food fundamentals can be summed up pretty much in this 7-word mantra of Michael Pollan's. I'd like to take credit for it, but it's not mine. Eat food, not too much, mostly plants. Okay, so if we're following that, so simple, can't make it simpler, we'll all be a lot healthier. So what we're going to go with is number 1, focus on whole foods. Whole foods are just that, they're whole. Don't come in a box or a packet. It could be a carrot, a tomato, a lemon, a banana. That's whole, as it's meant to be. It comes out of the ground, off a tree, and it's ready to go. Wash it, chop it, eat it. Okay. Number 2, consume an abundance of vegetables and fruit throughout the day. Now I've spun that round a little bit. We're taught fruit and veg. We're taught to say fruit and veg. Both power packed full of nutrients. Both the most important things to put into your diet are those two. However, I would suggest that you probably consume vegetables a little bit more abundantly than fruit. So use fruit maybe as a dessert or a snack. The bulk of your meals as your vegetables. Don't discriminate. Rainbow on your plate. Tons of colours. Different ones all the time. Number 3, consume lean protein throughout the day. Now, for those of you that are unsure whether your proteins, carbohydrates, fats, etc., then there are appropriate charts to look at in the back of this book. For those of you who have got that, your proteins, again, it is a myth. I don't care who can be feeding you all the information, but you don't need to be absolutely blasting yourself silly with protein. Okay, it is important, it is essential. You need ample to thrive. You do not need to be eating heaps and heaps and heaps of it. Half a cow on your plate, forget it. What I suggest you do is maybe go with a hand plan. So maybe the palm of the size of your hand, or a handful, whatever it is. My main protein source today in that is raw sprouted lentils. I've got a big handful and a little bit more as well. Okay, but again, all your other protein, all your other food does contain protein as well, so that adds up also. Okay, eat healthy fat daily. Again, we want to be careful with the amount of fat that we eat, because it's obviously very calorie dense. But don't be afraid of having fat in your diet. Again, a wide spectrum of sources. My personal opinion is that I'm a vegan, and I do believe that too many animal fats are not harmful to you. I don't care whether you've got things in balance with your saturated, your monounsaturated, polyunsaturated. You really want to try and reduce those animal fats. But your healthy fats, I suggest from nuts, seeds, whole food sources again are always best. So avocados over avocado oil, olives over olive oil. But again, extra virgin olive oil won't do you any harm. But again, it's so easy to overserve it. So a lot harder to overeat olives than it is to overeat olive oil. So go with your fats again in moderation as dressings. Don't cook too much in fats, apart from I suggest coconut oil. Coconut oil, very, very healthy fat, and on its own it is a saturated fat. Acts differently in the body than most of the fats anyway. So you can put it in there in your diet, but you can certainly use it for cooking safely. It has a very high smoke point. Okay, number 5. If fat loss is your goal, consume non-vegetable carbohydrates only post-intense exercise. So the thing with that, if you have done an intense workout, either in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, your post-workout meal can consume those non-vegetable carbs, which would be the ones such as rice, bread, pasta, potatoes, or even your pseudo grains, which are a really good choice, like some quinoa, amaranth, buckwheat. But if you don't work out, you don't get to eat them. This is an anytime meal. This is just basically protein, veggies, fats. Okay, we don't have the starches. I've not worked out. Eat only when hungry. Oh, this is number 6, sorry. Eat only when hungry, not when bored. Eat until satisfied, not until bursting. That's round about, you stop when you're around about 80% full. This is simple, not easy, okay? And you've got to find your way with this. There are little tricks and tips. And again, this is what our nutrition coaching is all about, getting you to that point, okay? But don't eat when you're bored, don't eat in front of the TV. So we often go for a bag of chips or M&Ms, whatever it may be, after we've had dinner because we're watching TV. And you're bored, you're not hungry, put them down, eat your good food, go to bed. Alright, eliminate consumption of refined sugars and processed foods. That's nothing in a box or a bag or with more than 5 ingredients. Ask yourself that. If it's got more than 5 ingredients, why are you eating it? And I mean as in a box or a packet, okay? Really, we've not evolved to eat that crap, so don't put it in your diet. Next point, eliminate calorie-containing drinks. I've put eliminate there. We do certainly want to eliminate as best we can. If we're on a push for the spring transformation competition, or we're in a fat loss phase, then look, eliminating is your best choice. That does include soft drinks, fruit juices, unless they're freshly made and they're part of a different sort of structure of your nutrition, which you may need to talk to me about. But certainly beer, spirits, they're not what you want to go with. They do have a detrimental effect on fat loss, so try your best to give them away. For a short period of time at least, you can introduce them later down the track. I certainly think if you're on a fat loss phase, spring comp, your first 14 days should be 0. So 100% compliance to this. Your best 2 choices, obviously water and green tea. Water, you want to be drinking in abundance. Start your day with a litre of water, juice of a lemon in there, bit of a sprinkle of cayenne pepper, and your green tea, really good option for you to have as well throughout the day. If you do drink coffee, then 1 or 2 coffees won't do you any harm, maybe. Black, no sugar. Okay, if you can't drink it black, no sugar, you don't drink it. All right. And litres of water per day. Body weight in kilos divided by 28. That gives you the number of litres per day you need to be aiming for. Next point: add appropriate workout nutrition to suit your goals. Something I could have a whole video seminar on. If you need to ask. And then the next point, the last one, adhere to all the above rules at least 90% of the time. Okay? So 10% of the time you can break those rules. That might mean with a glass of alcohol, it might mean with having starches outside of that post-workout window. The key is do the maths. If you're eating 6 meals a day, 7 days a week, that's 42 meals. So 10% would be 4 meals. 4 meals of the week that you could just break those rules. It doesn't mean going hog wild. If you eat 3 pizzas and drink a 6-pack, that's probably all you're going to have for the week. And destroy that healthy gut and you won't have the results. Don't binge, you won't get results. Okay? There's no magic pill or potion. Nothing is more impacting than an integrated exercise and nutrition plan. Okay? Some supplements do help. Speak to us if you need help with your supplementation regime. Alrighty? And just to make this really simple for you guys, you will see on the Anytime meal, on one of the pages there's an Anytime meal plan. It shows you where, with the size of your plate, the approximate serving sizes. So look, vegetables, 2/3 of the plate, tiny little segments on fats, 1/4 of the plate protein. And look, some great points on there. Eat slowly, stop eating when you're 80% full. Save the starchy carbohydrates for after exercise. Whole foods, minimal processing. Local and organic when possible. And use smaller or larger plates based on your own body sizes. Okay? There's a plant-based eating plan as well, which is worth a look at. I'm vegan. I suggest you have several plant-based only meals throughout the week. Again, like I say, if you're eating protein, animal proteins, you don't eat them unless you can afford to have 100% grass-fed, 100% free-range, organic. If you can't afford those, don't eat them. Okay, seriously, you do yourself harm, not good for you at all. Killing yourself slowly, guys. With the plant-based eating, it just does change ever so slightly. We can have a few more starches here and there. Again, mainly from again, all whole food choices, potatoes, sweet potatoes, grains, and so forth. And then you will see the post-workout meal. Protein serve and the veggies and fruit is roughly halfy of the plate. That little round circle there is the starches, and that includes your potatoes, pasta, rice or bread. You will see that even post-workout, that's a tiny little amount of starch compared to what the veggies you've got on your plate. Do not overeat those starches at any time. They, could potentially pack that weight on. So how you've been taught to eat in the past with a mountain of pasta with the sauce over the top, forget it. Seriously, guys, I told you it's the hand plan. Grab a handful of rice, handful of pasta, that's it. It's all you need if you're in a fat loss goal. Alright, pretty much it, guys. There's a lot of information here. Give it a whirl, have a look. I'm just going to finish off with my anytime meal. There's a huge volume of food there, guys. It looks pretty on the eye. It's only taken me about 15 minutes to concoct, and there's a whole heap of stuff in it. You don't have to go with this. You don't never have to be hungry when you're eating healthy, when you're eating for your waistline, when you're eating for those six-pack abs. What is in this? Ton of greens, baby spinach, parsley, mint. I've then got spiralised some a zucchini, a carrot. I've chopped a tomato. There's mushrooms, radish, asparagus, spring onions. I've then also got my protein source, as I mentioned, sprouted lentils. It's a 100% raw meal. I've got mushrooms in there. I have fat sources, walnuts, avocado. I've also drizzled some extra virgin olive oil. I've got some olives in there, and I have apple cider vinegar, and I've finished off with the Murray River salt. I'm just going to enjoy it now. I'm salivating thinking about it. There's a huge volume of food. Yes, it is in a mixing bowl, and that is going to sustain me for the rest of the day. Power pack full of nutrients, calorie dilute for the waistline. Go for it.